morning. It's Wednesday. I'm back here at the site. I just got here. I need to put some sunscreen on. That's why I got my shade up to stay a little bit cool so I'm not just blasting in the sun here as I get my sunscreen soaked in. But bought a breakfast taco that I'm going to eat while it sets and I don't sweat too much, and then I'm just going to dive right back in. I got to start moving that soil and continue raking the roots out, but you'll see in a moment. All right, here we go. Cleared my space out again. Got to dig this up today. Start figuring out the elevations of everything. Get this loose soil moved out of the foundation area to the landscape beds. So, starting with just the level here, based off the lawn. That would be flat. And then if we go from there over, yeah, it does get higher. That's fine. Guess this is the low spot here. And that's roughly flat. That's good. Should scoop out nicely. All right, we're starting this edge. Get a nice clean cut. The edge cut, I can go back along and scoop it right out. Go. Just gotta keep going. All right, making some progress here. You can see I moved a few wheelbarrows worth. Just taking a break in the shade every few minutes or so. Do some intense labor and then take a nice break. Gotta do it like in sets. So I'm just crouched in the fence shade here. Now I'll get back to it in a moment. All right, I got all of the lawn edges cut, nice and clean edge, separate lawn from gravel with this edging as well. So I still got my center point, haven't moved it. So I was able to measure off here. That's the 6-foot diameter, or sorry, radius. That's where the pool foundation needs to go. I can see it's just a little bit high around here. I'll scope that out, scratch that out with the shovel, and shape all of this landscape bed. Kind of go make a swale along the fence so all the water will slowly make its way this way, if it has to, into this lawn drain. Been here, it's probably been a little under 2 hours that I've been here working, resting, drinking water. Oh, I got the thermometer. I put it in the shade today. Just over 100, maybe 100. I think it's very hard to see on camera. 30% humidity, 100 degrees. That's all right, making good progress. We're on track. I'm on track. So, let me get back to it. Get my trouble. All right, I don't know if you can see the land shape now. It's flat here, mounded there, round there. Rake through it, got more grass out to pick up. I'm not going to get 100% of the roots, but I'm confident with experience that a good amount of them will die. I do know that some of them will sprout still, but that's always a maintenance thing for a while. This is going to be the most cost-effective way to do it. Prep this landscape bed. At some point I am going to just have to pick up soil with this stuff. There we go. Thrilling stuff, isn't it? I forgot to bring the cap for this today, and it's where I need to put gravel. But I'm just gonna dig it up and make sure I have the right piece. Get it out of here for now, and just finish it tomorrow.
Toad. Hey, Toad. Oh, no, go the other way. Now, is this glued on? No. Perfect. Bingo. There we go. Catch basin removed. Let's see. Show you what I can do here. Just a little temporary move here. Right. I'll make a neat pile-ish over here. So I can do as much of the gravel as I can before having to come fix that. Okay, so it's ready to start moving gravel. Yeah, there's roots right here, but they're gonna be covered in gravel and then a big old stock tank pool. So I got no problem leaving those there. They're not going to sprout. If they do, they're not going to make it with enough energy to get out of there because they'll be isolated underneath there. All right. Let me go open up that super sack. Oh, right. Big old bag. Wow. All right, this is 1 cubic yard of gravel. Probably weighs over 2,000 pounds. But that wheelbarrow, I think they sell it as a 6 cubic yard wheelbarrow, or sorry, 6 cubic feet wheelbarrow. And I think I'll only ever carry that much with a lightweight material like mulch. But for this, like, I don't know, maybe I'm carrying 2 to 3 cubic feet, because I gotta push it all the way to the back through the lawn. I'm gonna minimize my weight, so if I had to guess, maybe 12 wheelbarrows to empty this. We'll see. Oh man, gotta load it with the weight over that wheel, then it's easiest to maneuver. And then you gotta go through the lawn, So you got to keep your momentum up. Push with your legs. Oh man. And it goes up and down and up and down. So, and I know there's a little dip right here where that trench is. Oof. I gotta mark my circle. I gotta move some of that soil. I forgot about the 8-foot bump out on this corner. Comes farther than I remembered. Where am I going? Something like that. So I just need to scoot that bit of soil over. Right on. Just the high-tech tool, the boot swoop. Pro move right there. That looks good. Rake through this top layer again in a bit. I'm gonna bring like 3 piles and then spread it and compact it, because I'm only going to be compacting like a 1/4 inch at a time or so, just using my manual plate tamper. It's kind of small of an area for me to justify renting the vibratory plate compactor, just because of the getting it in and out, getting it to and from the site and returning it on time and stuff. I can easily do it with that tamper. So let me get a few more and check back in. All right, I put 4 piles. Pro move, got my speaker magnetic to my wheelbarrow, and I got my phone in the shade halfway in between, so I don't have to carry it. All right, so gonna start by throwing this out. Ouch. Doing a rough grading with the shovel. All right, looks like I can bring 5 next time, to maybe even 6, since I'm adding this extra bit. 6 at a time. Give me the lift that I want. Lift is what they call when you're compacting things layer by layer. So now I'm just gonna be raking this, letting the weight of the rake just kind of sit in there. I'm not trying to pull too much. And then I'll go perpendicular to that. I'm just trying to get it in a thin layer so I can compact it. If I just laid down all of that granite at once and then spread it and then tried to compact it, I wouldn't be able to compact the entire depth. All right, once I got it like that, I like to start in the middle, and hopefully you won't get dizzy. Holding the rake flat, you know, horizontal best I can. The more even this granite is when I compact it, the easier it's going to be to do. And the better results it's going to have in the end. Don't fall in the hole. All right, now this is a 8-inch, I think 9-inch tamper, and I just, because it's so shallow of a depth, I just got to let the weight of the tamper do the job. I'm not slamming this thing on the ground, I'm just picking it up and dropping it. With a little bit of slamming. Now this is a good time to practice balance. Shift from left-handed to right-handed. You can shift to going across your body to going next to your body. Trying to use all my muscles, not just a few. Pass it over here to this guy. Work my shoulders into it, not just my arms, not just my forearms. It's good consistency today. If it gets wet, it'll start to clump up on here, and then I have little divots in there, and then I gotta stop and clean the tool off. So I think you get the idea of what I'm doing here. Give you a few angles maybe. Okay, there you go. Just takes a few minutes. Got it all compacted. So now I'm gonna bring 4 or 5 or 6 more and do it all again. Do that until I get to the depth I need, or until I'm out. So I'm just gonna keep moving these wheelbarrows. Turn my speaker back on.
Power on. Battery medium.
now they got an even thickness everywhere. I'm just gonna check, start to see if it's getting flat. It is flat, but I see it's low in the middle here, which I could feel. But it's about this radius that's the same elevation. And then that's grabbing that spot there where it was sitting, sending it out. It's pretty good that way. Let's see here. This is level, which is good. I still see the dip in the middle. That I can see is level and off the ground a little bit on the end, which is understandable. I haven't gotten quite that far yet. This is level. So overall it's looking pretty good. Just continue up. Another lift up. You put this in the shade, it gets hot. Perfect. Keep going. All right, I just finished the third lift and I think I'm at 13 wheelbarrows, and there's easily another 4 or 5 in here. There's the bottom, see? But it's plenty deep already. And I have some of this for the pool equipment to go on. But now I'm just on a time situation. It's 2:38. And I got disc golf tonight. So I'm gonna be leaving here around 3:30 or so. So I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing until time runs out. Again, gotta switch it up, gotta balance. Doing this all day, I gotta make sure that I distribute it amongst my whole body the best I can. And then see, there we go, all the weight is over the wheel. Just like in a vehicle on the road, if you're hauling truck or trailer, it's gonna have the best support. See how my loaded wheelbarrow barely makes a divot. My feet aren't leaving footprints. A little bit you can see, but that's what I'm looking for. It's compacted. It's not sloppy like this loose stuff. Making footprints and stuff. So that's what we're going for. Oh.
Your device is connected.
Thank you. My speaker's talking to me as usual. And repeat the process. Rinse and repeat. I've been cutting these along the way. Otherwise they get in my way. cut into this, I guess. I've reused these bags before for plant waste, you know, instead of using those black. All right, it's about that time to go home. So that's 14, 15, 16, 17 wheelbarrows, and there's still a few left. But somewhere back there in the landscape space, I'm gonna add a rectangle up high for the plumbing equipment, filter and pump. So that's it for today. I'm headed home. Got my hands full. Man. Don't want to kill the grass. Have to come back for that. Got this area all tidied up. Yeah. All right. Now, frame it up. Another hot day, but that's always. No rain today. That's good. I don't think it's going to rain for another week or so, it seems, by the forecast. All right, well, I'll be back here tomorrow. Oh man, I'm hot. Thanks for following along. Find me next time.